is it really that important to get 2 to 4 bids from contractors when you are flipping a property, whether it be rehabbing a flip property, whether it be rehabbing a buy and hold property? And the answer is yes. What's going on, guys? It's Adam, as you guys know, here in San Antonio, and we're here to talk about your business, which is the most important thing that we're all after, right? Growing and scaling. So I'm here in an investment property that I just purchased, just bought. We got it at a great price where we have the flexibility of flipping it, and we have because we have an additional unit in the back. If we can fix up the back for the within our budget, then we'll actually consider keeping the property because we'll be able to pull money out, and it's in a great part of town here in Denver Heights. And so just a lot of opportunities and good investment. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, guys, I've been in the game for over 10 years now. I've been investing for over 10 years now. There's really not an investment in the residential space that I have not done, from single family properties to, new construction to, even multifamily under 16 units, owner finance deals, $1 million properties, $60,000 properties, to lots, farm and ranch, everything, right? And still, I'm so surprised when buyers don't want to put the time and the energy into getting 3 to 4 bids for contractors for the majority of work that they're doing on the property. And what I think people don't understand is people think that the most important thing is buying the property, and they think the most important thing is working on the property, and they think the most important thing is selling the property. And I say those aren't the most important things. I say the most important thing is the strategy and the game plan when you buy the property. The most important thing is the strategy and the game plan before you start working on the property. The most important thing is the strategy and the game plan when you go to sell the property. Why? Because it's the strategy and the game plan where you're supposed to be looking at all the pros, all the cons, all the things that could happen best case scenario, all the things that could happen worst case scenario, and you're able to put together a game plan that takes those things into consideration, understand your risk, and then move forward. And so when you have a solid strategy in the game plan, when you're buying a property, you know what extra strategy there is, right? You know where you can be a little bit more aggressive in getting the price, in getting the property, and where you can't be aggressive based on your strategy and based on your game plan. It's the same thing when you start doing work on the property. The strategy and the game plan as far as how you're going to renovate the property, where you have room to have hiccups or things go over budget, where you don't have room, right? And where you have a buffer in some other areas that if you can get it done cheaper, you can move some things around and allocate funds to other places, right? And the same thing when you go to sell your property, right? Based on different price points, based on the exit strategy, based on your holding costs, what's your strategy and game plan to make whatever you want to make when you go to sell, when you go to rent it out. And so I just got done with my third contractor here at the walkthrough with the contractor. One of my partners actually did one yesterday, so that's a total of 4. Now understand, guys, I have a project management company, so we have contractors ourselves in my own companies, but I still included walkthroughs with my contractors and walkthroughs of new contractors, so I can just keep my pulse on the market and just always finding new contractors that are full of that have integrity or doing great work and get their pricing. But I also want to do it because I know the market is shifting with labor costs, lumber costs, material costs going up. So I also want to see, what's the market doing price-wise, and how's that compared to what our guys are charging and things of that nature. So I can give more value to our clients as well. And I'm busy, right? I own several companies. I got 2 kids, all this kind of stuff. And even I am willing to do walkthroughs with 4 different type of contractors. And tomorrow I'm gonna meet another plumber here as well, because I understand how important the strategy and the game plan is before you even demo one single thing, right? Because what you gotta understand, here's a couple benefits, right, guys? Number 1, when you meet with different contractors, the benefit is that if you're not that experienced in terms of solving a certain issue, like opening up walls, beams, or something like that, or foundation, or plumbing, whatever the case may be, when you meet with several different people, you're able to hear different perspectives, and maybe one guy missed something that he's going to bring up to you later on in the middle of the job. but another guy brings it up day one. And so now, even if you don't go with that person, you're able to go back to the guy that you actually like and say, hey, when we met, you didn't mention this. What about this issue? And they go, oh, yeah, I saw that. It's no big deal. We handle it all the time. Cool. What was a big problem for the other one ain't a big problem for you. Or he can say, oh man, I missed that. You're right. Yeah, let me adjust my numbers and get back to you on that. And then you're able to negotiate that up front as opposed to at the last minute. Another benefit is that you're able to have enough data to understand, okay, where is this guy trying to make his money? Where is this guy trying to make his money? Where are people similar? And so it gives you a little bit more context in terms of when you want to negotiate your contractor to doing work for you, you kind of know where to negotiate and where they're probably going to be a little bit tight in their numbers. And so anyway, I just want to leave you with that, guys, that do not take shortcuts. Understand, just like with buyers, just like with sellers. I know the industry doesn't teach this. The industry teaches you just throw someone in the back of the car and show them 20 houses after you ask them like 5 questions. But for those of you that are operating at a high level, you know it's more than that. So focus on strategy, focus on game plan. Don't be lazy. Put in the work to get multiple bids for your jobs, for your own investments, for your clients' investments. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Here to help.